Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 84 of our Be a Better You annual challenge. Today we're talking about step 2 of our IDEANCE process, which is D for desired state. And I say desired state intentionally because everything we really want in life is to feel a certain way. And our state talks about how we feel. It could be desired state, desired story, desired situation, goals and outcomes, the exact perfect way you want something to be. In this case, a form of communication. Now, Shannon has got some of hers mapped out. What is her desired state? What does she want to achieve as a better presenter, as a better public speaker? And I'll share those in a second. Mine, I haven't done yet, but our action item today is to come up with 3 or 4 sentences to describe how we want to be when we achieve the thing that it is that we want. If it's an improvement, we've improved our communication in an area, or if it's a goal that we want, what does that look like to us? Why? Because that creates the gap between where we are and where we want to be. Yesterday, we talked about the current state, and the current state gets us to be really, really honest and self-aware in terms of where am I with respect to, for me personally, an area of communication, but for me personally, where am I with respect to my personal brand? I don't have one, and that is unacceptable after this long, and I know how powerful a personal brand is. So, part of my desired state, although I haven't written it, is to have a clear, concise, professional personal brand, but a personal brand that represents who I really am. So people see it and they know, well, what you see is what you get. That's part of who I am. And all the other elements of that. But I want to have that clearly defined and spread across all of the places that I show up. So it's consistent and makes sense. So that's a couple of the things that I will think about today. But that's what I'm challenging you to do today is think about, okay, what does my desired state really look like? What does my desired state really, really feel like? What is it doing for me? Because that will help drive us toward that faster if we know what we're going to feel like, how we're going to feel, how much better we're going to feel when we know we've got that in place and that communication handled. Now, like Shannon, we're always going to be improving our communication. Even, there's certain things in our life, we're never done, right? You don't go to school for 12 years and then never learn anything, never open a book. Okay, a lot of people do, but we don't, right? We keep learning and growing and becoming a better version of ourselves. So let's look at what Shannon's are. Shannon did hers already and sent it to me. And so for her desired state, remember, she's working on becoming a more competent, powerful, poised, and persuasive public speaker, right? She's already doing public speaking. She's already a successful business coach, but she knows that speaking will help her to reach more people. And so she wants to get even better at it. So she put mastering controlled pacing, meaning speaking in a rhythm that feels natural and authentic. Secondly, eliminating filler words. She knows she uses too many filler words, as we all do. And she wants to ensure that her speeches are sharp, direct, and impactful. She also wants to engage her audience dynamically, meaning she wants to use storytelling, pauses, and vocal variety to make sure that her audience is engaged with her. And finally, exuding confidence on stage and camera, projecting energy and authenticity. And she knows that by setting these goals and objectives, she fuels her motivation to get better. And she also knows she'll get a better response from her audience. The better speaker, the better the speaker is, the better response they get from their audience. The better an actor is, the better response they get from their audience. It's kind of common sense. So today, what are we doing? We are coming up with 3 or 4 things that help us to visualize. Why? Because we want to visualize so that we go there faster and sooner and get there faster and sooner and don't have to know all the steps along the way of our desired state. What is it that we want? Yesterday, we decided and paid attention to what is, but what do we want it to be? What is? I don't have a personal brand. I want it to be awesome. All right. Any questions? You know what to do. Just ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day. Do this. Have fun with this. It should feel good. Any of the exercises we're doing, sometimes they're hard, but when you get them done, you should be like, wow, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And I feel great that I did it. All right. Have an awesome day. And I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow. Bye.